This is Booked for Drama, where stories burn, hearts break, the tea is always hot and never a part two. Today we're diving into Done with the Bullet comments. Let's go. I sat in a corner of the library, my eyes fixed on the two figures not far away, sharing a pair of earbuds. A familiar stream of comments scrolled past the edge of my vision. Chill, guys, Leo's just helping her adjust the volume. He's not even listening. That's his childhood friend, Stella. They grew up together. He can't just embarrass her. I offered a faint smile, my gaze dropping back to the book in my lap. I didn't stop turning the pages. Every time Leo was with another girl, the comments would instantly pop up, a ghostly chorus rushing to explain away the misunderstanding. They told me he was just a man of few words, that his unreturned messages and cold silences were all just part of his way of loving me. But I've decided I don't want a man of few words anymore. We'd been together for 2 years, yet we didn't even have a single photo together. Every time I suggested taking one, he'd protest, saying he hated exposing his private life. I believed him. After all, the online voices were always there to back him up. Leo's the quiet type. He doesn't hate her, he just hates photos. He never posts anything because he has over 100 candid shots of her on his phone. Time and again, I let those distant reassurances convince me to keep loving him. Until today, I watched, wide-eyed, as Leo took off his varsity jacket and draped it over Stella's shoulders. Stella laughed. Won't your girlfriend get jealous? Leo lit a cigarette, the corner of his mouth tugging into a smirk. She won't, he said. I was standing just around the corner, hearing every word like a bell ringing in my ears. The comments scrolled on, dutifully offering excuses. He's only doing this for her own good. Rejecting Stella would make her suspicious and ruin his plan. He's all bark, no bite. He just doesn't want Mia to seem petty. I stepped out. Stella's eyes sparkled with mischief. Mia, you're here. Want to grab dinner with us? I shook my head flatly. No, thanks. I'm busy. Leo glanced at me, silent. My hands trembled as I left the building, but the online chorus didn't stop. Don't go, sweetie. He's waiting for you. Did you see his eyes? He's heartbroken. He'll come apologize tonight. Just wait. I waited. All night. He said nothing. Instead, he reposted the voting link for Stella's dance competition, adding 3 little go for it emojis. In that instant, I felt like I had been demoted from girlfriend to a random follower. That night, I posted something of my own, no words, just a single photo, his varsity jacket draped over a chair in the deserted library corner. Comments exploded. Isn't that Leo's jacket? What's it doing there? The next morning, the jacket was still in the same place, untouched. I almost laughed. Comments flared again. Leo didn't sleep a wink last night. He left the jacket on purpose. He wants her to notice. I sat down, carefully folded the jacket, and placed it in a paper bag. On top, I stuck a note. Here's your stuff back. Don't leave it with me again. The comments went wild. No, Mia, what are you doing? Don't be mad. He really loves you. I didn't look back. This time, I was betting on myself. Not the comments, not Leo, just me. That afternoon, I skipped the restaurant he always took me to. I didn't pre-order his favorite spicy chicken, like usual. I went to the library alone and studied until dusk. Then my phone lit up. The first message from Leo all day. Dinner tonight. I glanced at his message and didn't reply. The comments immediately swarmed my vision. Answer him, sweetie. Leo's already backing down. Why are you playing hard to get now? It's a big deal for Leo to message first. Guys are like this. Too proud to apologize, but this is his way of making amends. I switched off my phone screen and returned my book. Not 5 minutes later, another message arrived. Where are you? I'll pick you up. I ignored it, didn't even open it. The notification light blinked a few times before fading to dark. That evening, I went for a run on the campus track. The first time I hadn't told him where I was going. I had barely finished one lap when someone called my name. Mia. I stopped. Leo was there at the track's edge, wearing his familiar black windbreaker. Walking toward me with a bottle of water in hand. I thought you said your cold wasn't better yet. That you weren't going to run, he said. I'm in a good mood today. Felt like a walk, I replied. He frowned, offering the water. Is your throat still sore? I took it but didn't open the cap. The comments flared again. He won't say it, but he's worried sick. He searched the whole campus just to find you. He's too stubborn to admit it. Why does Leo always follow these stupid, unspoken rules? Sweetie, don't be so cold. You might break his heart. I took a slow sip, keeping my voice calm. Did you need something? He stared at me for a long moment. Are you mad? I didn't answer. Because of Stella? I met his eyes. Isn't she your childhood friend? What right do I have to be mad? Leo was silent for a moment before murmuring. She's not my type. I let out a humorless laugh. Then what is your type? His gaze flicked away. No answer. I didn't press. I spoke softly. If you don't like her, keep your distance. Don't give people the wrong idea. Don't embarrass me. You've always known we're just friends, he said, voice stiff. I haven't done anything wrong, but it makes me uncomfortable. I said, locking eyes with him. Do you get that? It's not crossing a line. Just seeing you next to her is enough to make me miserable. A heavy silence settled between us. The comments exploded. Leo, say something. She spelled it out. Holy crap, if you don't explain now, it's too late. He's panicking inside, just give him a little time. I waited. No response. Leo stood there, expression carefully controlled, as if wrestling with himself. Or maybe just lost. And then it hit me. This had always been the problem between us. He was used to silence. I was used to speaking for him, used to trusting the comments over the truth in his quiet. That night, I didn't reply to any more messages. He didn't contact me again. Until 2 in the morning when I saw her new post. It was a selfie from Stella taken on the patio of a quiet, off-campus bar. Candlelight flickered as she flashed a peace sign at the camera. The top comment glowed. The person taking this is Leo, right? I get it. I stared for a few seconds, then tossed my phone aside. The comments, of course, were still there, working overtime to rationalize everything. Leo wasn't even looking at Stella. He's just trying to make you jealous. Don't believe the photo. He didn't take it. He was just passing by. He's thinking of you the whole time, waiting for you to back down. I stared at the ceiling and slowly closed my eyes. After a while, you hear so many excuses that you just go numb. No matter how convincing they sound, they lose their power. The day after the exam, I was summoned to the dean's office. They told me my test paper had an unusually high similarity rate with Stella's and that it required further investigation. The irony was sharp. I was top of my class in every major course. Why on earth would I copy from someone who spent all her time filming dance videos and never once showed up to an 8 a.m. when the day of the meeting came? I went alone. As I opened the door, I saw Leo sitting inside, right next to Stella. The professor's tone was sharp. Mia, take a seat. We've called you here because Ms. Vance has reported you for cheating on the exam. My chest tightened. I looked at Stella. Her expression was the picture of innocent distress, but her voice was steady. I'm not trying to target her, she said, but our papers look strikingly similar. It could be coincidence, or she could have looked. I scoffed. Are you sure you weren't the one looking at my paper? Stella flinched. That's not what I meant. How can you be so vicious? I turned to Leo. He said nothing, eyes downcast, either deep in thought or avoiding me entirely. The comments appeared, almost automatically. Don't blame him. He's holding back to keep Stella from resenting you more. He's waiting for everyone to leave, so he can comfort you privately. Mia, don't misunderstand. Speaking up now would only make things worse. I studied his face until the professor asked, do you have anything to add? Leo spoke slowly, measured. I didn't see Mia cheat, but I can't rule out the possibility that the similarity is her own responsibility. The room went silent. Stella lowered her head, hiding a tiny, triumphant smile. The professor nodded. We'll record this as suspected academic dishonesty. You'll submit a written self-criticism, and your next exam will be fully monitored. Any recurrence will be permanently noted on your academic record. My fingertips were ice cold as I left the office. Comments scrolled past my ears. He didn't mean it. They forced him to say that. He would never hurt you. This is part of his strategy. He's sacrificing this one time so you won't face serious consequences later. What I didn't know was that after I left, Stella tugged at Leo's sleeve, feigning worry. The way he spoke, she's definitely going to misunderstand you, she whispered. Leo stayed silent. She leaned closer, eyes shimmering with fake tears. If she dares to confront you over this, I'll be the first to say you deserve better. You deserve so much better. He didn't move her away. Through the dean's office glass, I saw her hand rest lightly on his shoulder. That night I posted again. No words, just a photo of a sheet of paper, my handwritten apology. Comments immediately appeared. Some asked if I'd been set up, others said, even the top students stumble sometimes. Only Leo, A, liked it, then quickly unliked it. As always, the comments rushed to explain him. He's afraid liking it would seem like taking sides. He screenshotted it and checks it every day. He's pretending to be cold to protect you. I silenced my phone and turned off notifications. Some things weren't worth waiting for. The next morning, Leo found me. He wanted breakfast. I said, no, I'm going to the library. I'll walk you. No, thanks. I want to be alone. He frowned, watching me, but didn't press. He just turned and walked away. I noticed though that his shoulders were relaxed as if finally free from an emotional role he never wanted. That night, Stella posted a photo from a trendy Japanese restaurant near campus. She wore new earrings, captioned, thanks for celebrating with me, Leo. Comments flooded, get together. You two are so cute. I stared at the photo, phone hot in my hand, fingers cold. The comments kept trying to rationalize it. Don't believe her post. He didn't eat anything, just passed by. He was only with her as a favor. His eyes are only for you. Mia, don't be rash. Don't misjudge Leo again. I didn't even look. I quietly deleted the post he had never truly liked and cleared the chat history he had never truly answered. It was time he felt what it was like to be completely erased. After that day, I deleted my entire chat history with Leo. I changed my profile picture too, from the one of us at the beach to a simple photo of a cloud. That was it. I didn't block him. I didn't unfriend him. I didn't post anything about it. I just went completely silent. 3 days later was the campus arts festival. I'd been busy all morning running the Literary Society's booth. I went back to my dorm for a quick wash and when I came out a new message was waiting on my phone. It was from Leo. You changed your profile picture. 5 words. No punctuation. The comments exploded. Ah, Leo finally noticed. Sweetie, don't ignore him. He's falling apart. He stared at your old profile picture all night. He thought you deleted him. I exited the app, without replying. That evening, as the festival kicked off, I was backstage with the Literary Society sorting papers. Stella appeared in a flowing blue dress, smiling at me. Why so plain tonight, Mia? Won't Leo get jealous? I ignored her. She stepped closer, voice sickly sweet. Then again, you two are giving each other the cold shoulder, aren't you? I heard you haven't spoken in days. She lifted her wrist, showing off a Bluetooth watch identical to Leo's. He gave it to me. Pretty expensive. I looked down, voice flat. I hope you don't regret it. What's that supposed to mean? I didn't answer, just walked away. Her frustrated voice followed. Mia, do you really think he still cares about you? You're just a toy he got tired of. I ignored her words. Halfway through the evening, a hand grabbed my wrist. It was Leo. He pulled me out from behind the stage, stopping under the dark canopy of trees near the athletic field. I yanked my arm free, tone clipped. What do you want? He didn't speak, just stared down at me. I glanced at the identical watch on his wrist. You two look good together. His eyes flickered, voice cold. Are you jealous? I said nothing. So that's why you haven't answered my messages or seen me. You're used to not answering my messages, aren't you? I figured you were used to my silence. His face froze. The comments went wild. Oh, it's over. Leo's speechless. Mia's on fire. He can't take it anymore. He's going to lose control. Sweetie, don't be so harsh. He just doesn't know how to express himself. I lowered my eyes and spoke softly. Leo, have you realized we haven't had a real conversation in a very long time? Ever, he muttered. So you're blaming me? No, I'm done waiting for someone whose only replies are K and A. He was speechless. In that moment, I saw it clearly. The panic in his eyes was real. Not an act, not a performance. Real fear. Back in my dorm that night, someone in the society group chat posted a photo of me moving a display board with a handsome senior from our department. The comments were full of teasing. Ah, he's such a gentleman. Mia's finally done being a doormat. Not gonna lie, they look pretty good together. I scrolled, smiled, and casually liked the post. A few minutes later, I saw Leo's feed update. He'd posted a picture of a glass of whiskey with the caption, "Some people move on fast." Comments exploded. Leo's lost it. He's jealous. Ah, he must be kicking himself for not explaining sooner. Mia, call him, quick, before it's too late. But I didn't call. I just clicked on the photo and glanced at the location tag. It was that quiet bar we had promised we'd return to for our anniversary. I closed the app, whispering, "You never once took me there." Who are you posting this for now? He called me 7 times that night. I didn't answer. He stood outside my dorm all night until the security guard made him leave. The next day, someone posted a video to the campus confessions page. Senior heartthrob holds vigil all night to win back the girl who changed her profile pic. Comments were split between shipping us and calling me cold and heartless. I scrolled briefly, then said nothing. Comments kept popping up. Leo has lost his mind. He's literally losing his hair. Stop punishing him. He knows he was wrong. I sat on my dorm balcony, watching the sky slowly brighten. The comments kept scrolling, but my heart felt hollow. He was hurting, but I wasn't anymore. Monday morning, as I walked into class, Leo blocked the doorway. Dressed all in black, dark circles under his eyes from a sleepless night, he said first, "Mia, we need to talk." He led me to the rooftop. The sun was blinding. He stood by the railing, head down, looking exhausted. I saw you like that photo. And do you like him? Is that any of your business? He went silent for a few seconds, like my coldness had cut the air between us. Flustered, he looked away. You've changed. Yeah, I stopped chasing you. And suddenly I've changed. He looked up, eyes stormy. Weren't we together? How can you not trust me? I laughed, but it was ice. Together? I chased you for a whole year and you casually agreed to give it a try. You knew I brought you food and water every day. You knew I waited for you all day on my birthday. You knew I ignored every time you and Stella got too close. You knew, but you never once said, "I like you." I'm tired, Leo. If you love me, then say it. Don't make me guess every single day. He couldn't speak. His fists clenched until veins popped in his hands. The comments erupted. I'm crying. Leo is so pitiful. He was going to confess tonight. Mia, stop. You're going to break him. Ah, he really loves you. He just doesn't know how to show it. My voice dropped. Leo, if you don't say it, I'll just assume you never loved me at all. What is that supposed to mean? His voice cracked. It means I'm done waiting. Suddenly, he lost control, stalking toward me. You stopped loving me a long time ago, didn't you? You're involved with that senior, aren't you? You were planning to dump me all along, and now you're just playing the victim. Smack. I slapped him across the face. The comments went silent for a beat, then exploded. Ah, why did you hit him? Leo's crying. He's actually crying. Mia, you're too cruel. He was about to get on his knees. You have no right to question me, I said, trembling but firm. I never did anything wrong. I never asked for anything, except for you to stop pretending you didn't care about me. But you wouldn't even give me the words, "I like you." His eyes were red, voice a low rasp. You think I didn't say it because I don't like you? I didn't say it because I was scared. I was afraid that the moment I said it, you'd really leave. I remembered why he rejected my friend request the first time. I'm not used to girls being so forward. So you weren't not used to it. You just didn't want to respond. We stood on the rooftop, neither of us speaking. Finally, I turned and walked away. Step steady, without looking back. The comments still scrolled frantically. Leo's broken. He's going to lose it. He sat there for an hour without moving. Mia, go check on him. If you don't forgive him, he's going to go insane. Even when I heard him call my name, voice choked with sobs, I let out a single quiet breath. Goodbye, Leo. After that day, I never saw him again. I dropped our shared elective, quit his club, even avoided the library corner where I used to study. It was as if I'd evaporated from his world. And he started searching for me like a madman. One evening, a commotion broke out below my dorm. Leo's lost his mind. He's plastered an entire wall with handwritten letters, someone screamed. I stepped out and saw lampposts covered with rows of photos and pages, like some strange ritual. Every photo was of our backs or candid shots he'd taken while I studied. Pages were filled with his messy handwriting. I never took a photo with you. But my phone is full of you. You thought I didn't remember your birthday, but I secretly wrote it down. I was just too scared to wish you well. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. The comments overwhelmed my vision. He's gone crazy. He's really gone crazy. How could he love her this much? I'm sobbing. Mia, come back. He's on his knees. I didn't go back. I quietly drew the curtains and began packing. I was leaving. I'd filed for a leave of absence last week. My advisor helped me get into an exchange program in another country. I'd be gone for at least a year. As I signed the last document, my hand shook, not from fear, but from the shudder of someone who had finally escaped. I had finally walked out of his emotional cage. The day I left campus, the sky was clear. I wore a beige trench coat, pulling my suitcase toward the south gate. Just as the cab window was rolling up, I saw someone running frantically across the street. It was Leo. No jacket, hair a mess, face twisted in panic. Mia dash, he shouted, pounding the car window, eyes bloodshot, voice raw. Don't go. What do you want me to do? I didn't speak. The car moved, pulling away from his crumbling face. Comments flashed before my eyes. Leo's crying. He's really crying. He called your name so many times. Did you hear his hoarse voice? He finally regrets it, but you won't even look back. I closed my eyes and whispered, you couldn't say you liked me, could you? Then never say it. As the car passed through the gates, Leo fell to his knees on the pavement, clutching a piece of paper fluttering in the wind. It was the first and last written apology I ever received from him. The wind whipped the page, blurring the comments before my eyes. If you don't go back, he's really going to lose it. He hasn't been in his dorm for 7 days. Called in by his advisor 3 times, he's cried, gotten drunk, thrown up, he regrets it. Does he still have a chance with you or not? I tightened my grip on my phone, deleted that familiar profile picture and cleared our chat history completely. Whether he loved me or not was no longer my concern. They said Leo truly broke down on the 3rd day after I left. He went to every little restaurant we had ever visited, terrifying the owners. He claimed I had left a hairpin behind and he had to find it, but I had never worn a hairpin to any of those places. The comments scrolled by in a dizzying blur. He's lost it. He's looking for a hairpin you never even lost. Is he sick? He was in the bathroom, holding a cup you drank from and drinking out of it. Mia, come back. He's really falling apart. Meanwhile, I was thousands of miles away in a sun-soaked city by the sea. Jazz drifted from my earbuds as I edited the abstract for a paper I was submitting to an international journal. Waves lapped below the balcony and my new cat hopped onto my lap. Rubbing against me, my phone vibrated. It was a screenshot from my old roommate. Your ex. I think he's really losing it. The screenshot showed a viral post on the campus forum. Leo has completely lost his mind over a breakup. Kneeling outside the lecture hall, crying and repeating her name. Replies flooded in. He said, if she doesn't come back, I don't want to live either. He plastered every place they ever went together with her words. He even copied them wrong, crying like a child. How can Mia be so heartless? The comments in my head surged again. He's sick, Mia. Stop hiding. Here are cites your driver's license when drunk. He thinks you're waiting for him to chase you, so he's trying to buy plane tickets. If you don't go back, he's really going to do something to himself. And yet, I calmly finished my email to my new advisor, reporting my project's progress. That night, I walked alone along the beach. The wind was sharp, freezing my eyelashes. I paused at the shore and remembered that winter years ago, standing on the athletic field just like this. Leo had a fever that day. I brought him medicine and he shut the door in my face. Stop bothering me, he said. I'm not bothering you. I just like you. I had laughed. Now thinking back, how pathetic had that felt. The love I thought I had was just a hallucination fed by the comments. At 1 in the morning, a new post appeared on my feed. It was Leo, a photo of the back of his hand, scratched and bloody. Caption, that day, you said you were done waiting. I know you're a person who means what they say. No one liked it. Comments were sparse, but my internal voices went wild again. He scratched his hand just to feel if he was alive. He can't hold on anymore. Mia, he's going to die. Stop torturing him. He knows he was wrong. I stared at the photo for a long time. Then quietly, I muted his feed. The next day I went to class. Sunlight streamed across my desk, warm and neat. I opened my notebook and wrote, all roads back have collapsed. That evening, right after class, my phone buzzed. A short message from my old roommate, Leo's here. He found you. I froze. Then she sent a video outside the main building by the sea. Leo stood like a man possessed. Black overcoat, messy hair, eyes red and wild. He asked every passing student, have you seen a girl named Mia? She's not very tall, slouches a little, has a snaggletooth when she smiles. She sits by the window, doesn't eat celery, chews her pen when she writes. The comments exploded. Ah, he really came. He crossed the country to find her. He's memorized all her habits. He's crazy. Please just see him once, Mia. He's been standing there all day without eating. I watched from the lecture hall window. He looked like a lost, soulless child. I didn't go down. I closed my laptop slowly, letting the moment pass. At 8:30 p.m., I went to the cafeteria. Through the floor-to-ceiling windows, I saw him sitting on the library steps, holding a cup of hot soy milk that had long gone cold, the brand I always drank. The comments persisted. He's been looking for you for 3 days. He hasn't changed clothes, hasn't even stayed in a hotel. He said he won't leave until you show up. He bought your favorite soy milk, getting a new one every hour so it wouldn't be cold when you arrived. In the end, I slipped out through the back door. I didn't want to see him like that. I didn't want to let my heart soften. At midnight, I saw him from my balcony. He sat on a bench below my dorm, face buried in his arms, completely still. The lamplight stretched his shadow long across the pavement, just like the shadow I used to chase years ago, while he never looked back. In that moment, I felt a sense of release. Maybe in the end, he was the one who had pushed me away. Now he was the one who could never get me back. The next morning, I arrived at the campus health clinic to do my volunteer translation work. As I reached the office, I saw him sitting outside. A bandage on his forehead, gauze wrapped around his arm. He saw me and shot to his feet. Mia, I paused. What are you doing here? His voice was hoarse. I had a fever last night. The doctor said I needed to be observed. I nodded and walked into the duty room. He stood frozen, as if he wanted to say something. His lips moved, but no words came out. The comments flooded my screen. He can't speak. He's choking up just seeing you. He had a 104-degree fever last night. The doctor said he was almost delirious. He thought you weren't coming to the clinic today. He sat in the hallway all night, too scared to sleep. I didn't see him again for the rest of the day. That afternoon, my roommate sent me a voice message. He's gone. The day he left campus, he was 10 minutes too late. The day he flew out of the country, he got to the airport 20 minutes too late. The day he changed your profile picture, he posted and deleted 8 different things. The day you deleted him completely, he went on a 20-mile run. Do you really not feel even a little bit sorry for him? I opened the messaging app. The same gray profile picture stared back. The contact name Leo had long been changed to irrelevant. I didn't reply. Late that night, on my private social media, I wrote a single post. He hurt me again and again with his silence. Now he expects to win me back with his collapse. Too bad. I've already finished walking that road. Leo disappeared. Truly, completely. Not a single ripple from his world reached mine anymore. One night, I dreamed I was back at the old university. The hallways were quiet. A door was unlocked. I walked into the study room where we used to spend time. It was empty. I knelt and picked up a blue ballpoint pen from under a desk. It was the brand he always used. All the words he had wanted to say, but never did, had been written with pens just like this one. In the dream, I cried. But when I woke up, my cheeks were dry. I hadn't even cried in my dreams anymore. I had truly moved on. Spring in the coastal city was warm. I moved into a small guest house with a courtyard and planted a sweet olive tree under the eaves. My advisor recommended me for an international humanities project and I was accepted. My new roommate said, "You have such a gentle smile. Someone must love you very much." I smiled. Yes, her name is Mia and she's me. The comments were quiet for a long time. I even started to think they had sobered up. Until the day I received a private message. It was from one of Leo's childhood friends. One sentence, "Mia, he's been really sick lately. He just sits up in bed all day without moving. The doctors say he's showing signs of depression." I paused. My finger hovered over the screen before I finally closed the message. The comments returned. "He's really sick. He's on medication now. He can't eat. Can't you go see him? Just once. Doesn't he deserve that? Didn't you love him once? Are you that heartless? He's already on his knees." But this time, a new voice spoke. "You have no obligation to save someone who pushed you off a cliff over and over. You're not a doctor. His illness is not your responsibility to cure." I changed into a suit, ready for my interview for the new project. Looking in the mirror, I gently applied lipstick. The boy who had once stood crying under the library, begging me not to go, was now just a part of my past. I didn't hate him, but I truly didn't love him anymore. Late that night, I posted just one sentence to my feed. I healed myself. He is not my responsibility. 1 year later, I returned from the coast to attend a youth project award ceremony. The event was held at Northwood University, my old university. After the ceremony, I walked around campus alone. The lecture halls were just as old as I remembered, their glass windows catching the golden light of dusk. Passing the 3rd floor of Building A, I heard someone playing the piano in a nearby classroom. The melody was soft, like a practice etude. I stood at the door but didn't go in. When the music stopped, the person inside looked up and saw me. It was him, Leo. He was thinner now, and a quietness surrounded him that hadn't been there before. The moment he saw me, he didn't get excited. He didn't call out my name. He just offered a faint smile. "You're back." I nodded. He looked down, gathering his sheet music. "Here for a lecture? Here to get an award?" I replied with a smile. "You?" "I'm a teacher in training program. Just back on campus for a refresher course." Neither of us mentioned the past. Perhaps we both knew that everything that needed to be said, felt, or broken was already behind us. As we walked out of the building, he said softly, "You know, I've been watching you, the project you did abroad, the papers you published, even the pictures of the cat at that guest house you moved into. I know all of it. I saw everything. I just didn't dare to bother you anymore." I was silent for a few seconds. "You've changed a lot." He nodded. "You have too, you're better." The comments didn't appear. Before we parted ways, he hesitated for a long moment before finally speaking. If only it had been a little sooner." I smiled gently. "If only I had fallen for you a little later. Maybe it wouldn't have hurt so much." He didn't say anything else, just looked down and gave a small, sad smile. The wind blew through the doorway. He stood there, looking just like the boy I had chased so desperately all those years ago. But this time, I didn't chase him. I didn't need to. I turned and walked away. The sun was warm on my back, and the wind lifted the hem of my coat. My phone vibrated, an invitation for a new project. I answered the call as I walked toward the school gates. There were no footsteps behind me, and I never looked back. And that's a wrap on today's reading here at Booked for Drama. If you felt anything, rage, swoon, secondhand heartbreak, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your fellow drama lovers. If you have any requests, drop them in the comments. Until next time, keep reading, and keep the drama on the page.